Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I will be breaking down my top 5 favorite nature trails and nature centers here in Jacksonville. So I am new to Jacksonville. I moved here back in November, and since then I have had the pleasure of checking out some of the nature centers around where I live, which is in Arlington. And because I work full-time, I don't have a lot of time to check out parks that are further away from me. So I do tend to check out some that are within or close to Arlington, 15 to 20 minutes far from, this area or outside of this area. So in this video, I'll be focusing on my top 5 favorites in that order. So if you've been to some of these parks, please let me know, and let me know which one is your all-time favorite. Starting at number 5, this is the Theodore Roosevelt Timiquan Reserve area that was donated by Willie Brown. And Theodore Roosevelt was actually his favorite president. So instead of naming this trail after himself, he decided to name it after his favorite president. This is definitely a very long trail. As you can see, there are middens that are ancient that you can find towards the overpass, and I took footage of that later, so you'll see where you park and to the overlook and back. It's about a 2-mile hike, although there are, I believe, 3 or 4 other hikes that you can do within this area. So there's so much to see, so much to do. I went here a few weeks before, and I actually saw a mole that was digging under the dirt. So that was really cool. This is where Willie Brown, was his cabin where he lived. And he did donate this land under the condition that they would preserve it and keep it as natural and raw as possible, because he absolutely loved nature and he grew up in this area. His dad and his parents gave him this land as a gift, and he also decided to donate it, and that's why we are able to freely take hikes here. You see lots of dogs, different animals, and it overlooks this area. Now, under me is the midden, and you can see there are so many oyster shells that the Timiquan Indians basically stacked up. The Native Americans at the time stacked them up, and this was their dumping site. So I'm not sure how many excavations they've done within this area, but it's just really fascinating to know that you're walking on ancient history. So that I found really cool. So this is on top of the overpass, and you can see, some of the different wildlife that you'll be able to find or to locate from this overpass up here. So this is at the end of the trail, or the end of the trail that I like to do, the Willie Brown Trail. And then back to the car, it's going to be in total around 2 miles. And because of the middens, it's definitely a hike where you're going to be feeling your calves. You're going to be feeling it. So I love this one. Okay, coming at number 4, Ready Point Preserve. And you have 2 different major trails so they're in different areas, and they say they have alligators and lots of other creatures here. You will find people fishing here quite often, especially on the weekends. And the trail that I'm talking about, so there's 2 different parking lots for these ones. One where you have your boat dock, and you can, there's a boat dock, and there's lots of fishermen out there and lots of people on boats and kayaks. And on the other side, you have one extensive trail that I do like to walk around, and there's not a lot of people there. So the reason why this one's my favorite, because it incorporates the lake and it incorporates the river. There's picnic areas, there's places where people are always fishing. The dock there goes all the way to the end, overlooking the river. And the reason why this is one of my favorites in Jacksonville is because I actually got to see, for the first time ever, a manatee. So that kind of inspired me to go swimming with them later in Crystal River. But seeing them like that in nature, I wasn't expecting it. They did have signs up that said that there were manatees living in this river, but I was not expecting to see them right off the bat. So in the next video, in the next little frame, you will be able to see where the manatee is making ripples.
Holy shit, that may be a big ass stingray.
That's what it looked like from when I saw the dirt, but I think it's picking up the dirt.
See it?
Oh yeah, it is a manatee.
Yep, the circles.
Like you said, it circles around.
Yeah, that's when you can tell they're managing.
Well, it ended up not being a big ass stingray, but it was a big ass manatee. And the kayaker that was there did confirm that manatees make ripples, circular ripples above the water. And when we ended up swimming with them, the guide also said the same thing, that you can identify them, because unfortunately during the summer months and even the winter months, boaters will overlook them, not see them, and that's how a lot of manatees get severely injured. So the Tampa Zoo as well as the Jacksonville Zoo have areas where they rehabilitate them and put them back out in nature.
Like walking this and showing.
And it's so great to have a partner who enjoys nature as much as you do. Okay, so this is all still Ready Point. So aside from walking near the river, you can also choose to do some of the trails they have on land. Yep, that pretty much sums up Ready Point. I hope you enjoyed the footage from that. Next, we have my number 3. So this is the parking lot to the UNF Wildlife Sanctuary. Please keep in mind that parking is not free. And when we come up, you'll see the map right away. So this is also a very extensive sanctuary with lots of trails. The one that I'm going to do is the wheelchair accessible trail. And of course, there's other activities you can do here, such as kayaking and a few other things. So this is a really fun, really quick trail if you do just the boardwalk. So I didn't do the full one. In the past, I've done the entire trail that it loops around the little lake there. This time I'm doing the boardwalk trail. So I'm going to show you some footage, and it was a very beautiful day. Here you'll see, just how extensive and how beautiful the whole area is. Very lush and well taken care of. So here we come to the little lake, and you can see on the outlook that there are some little turtles, and later on some other turtles were fighting to get up there. I thought that was really cute. Okay, so we continue on this trail. Now, there's not usually too many people, at least the times I've gone on this trail. So it is very, very peaceful and serene. And it just feels like, you can just set up in one of those the larger areas and just bring a yoga mat, do some yoga, or just sit back, relax, and unwind in nature. If you're like me, you like to breathe in and just smell the pure air. So here, this would be a good area for doing yoga. That sums up the UNF Wildlife Sanctuary footage. Now we get to the parking lot of my second favorite nature center, which is the Jacksonville Arboretum. That was the parking lot you saw just there. Okay, so you come across the map, and again, lots of trails. You can spend hours here doing the different trails, just follow the different pathways. And this is, again, a botanical garden as well. So there's lots of different types of plants and flowers, and they do have different activities according to the season. In the winter, I believe they have the Nights and Lights. It is a $3 base donation, so you can just put the money inside that box and get started to your right on the main trail. So I just did the main trail around the lake. So I didn't show you the other trails. So many beautiful trails here. There have been many sightings in this area over the lake of alligators. So we've been going a few times out of the week to find the alligator, but unfortunately we still haven't found the alligator yet. So again, in the middle, you'll see lots of beautiful tropical plants, different types of flowers, and here you'll find the Caution Gator Trail closed because this is the area that they were sighting that gator. Okay, so there's lots of different options for other paths. If you want to go down another path, you can do that, but please keep in mind that it is going to take some time, and it is quite a hike, but it's worth it. So here's, again, some of the beautiful flowers because it's spring. So it's saying here, do not feed the alligators because they don't want them to get close to people and used to people. So this is the main lake around the middle. And if you want to do just a quick 10, 15 minute, trail, this is the one that's perfect for you. And there's, again, short trails along that main trail that goes around the river in the middle, or the lake in the middle, such as this one. And this is just a 2-minute walk that shows you a tree, and we're going to get to that tree. I just wanted to show you they do have boardwalk trails as well at this particular nature center. So if you're more for walking on, a path like this instead of gravel or rocks or, branches, this would be the perfect option for you. They do have several other trails at this botanical garden or this arboretum that are friendly for those of you who like to walk on trails that look like this one. And again, just look at those trees. Absolutely beautiful, super tall, and just gorgeous, gorgeous trees. So I would imagine in the summer, it would provide lots of shade, and it would also be a really nice place to go for a short trail or a short walk in a nature center in the summer. So this little gopher turtle is always here right outside his little hole, and he's so cute. Whenever I come to this trail, we go visit him, and he's always in the same little spot. So that is pretty cool. And if I could see the gator there, that would just be the cherry on top of this particular nature center. They have picnic tables that you can go and have a beautiful picnic, which I am planning to do soon. So if I do that, I will take footage of it and show you. They have little plants inside these little crates. And this is the exit, the last bit of our Jacksonville Arboretum. So I hope you enjoyed this footage. And now we get to our number 1 Tree Hill Nature Center. And I actually am a member here because it's so close to where we live, and it's just wonderful. They have a little museum / area inside that has lots of different animals you can see, and they have different flowers that smell so fragrant, and just tons of different options to do at this park. So here this is the goat area. The goats have a cute little area to walk around on top as well. And there's gopher turtles here too that they keep. There's 2 of them. They're so cute. They do have gators, a small gator and a bigger gator in the same area near the front desk. And this is where the goats can walk on top. This is a detailed map that shows you the different trail options you have. If you decide to do all of these trails in one day, you need to expect to be there for a few hours because it will take you some time, especially if you want to stay in the education area to see all the different animals, snakes, lizards and fish that they have up there. That's also something you don't want to miss out. Okay, so this is the boardwalk trail. For those of you who like boardwalks, they do have a trail for you as well. This one is a short trail. If you don't have a lot of time, but you want to just get out there in nature, you can definitely do this trail. And here's some footage of the boardwalk that is several feet above the ground. So in this one, you're, higher up than the rest. And there's several other options at this park that you can do. They also have a little maze that you can do, a small little maze, so it's not going to take you a lot of time. And this cute little garden. It's a community garden where they're growing different vegetables and flowers. And this nature center also holds a yearly butterfly festival. So this is, again, just the back part of the nature center. For those of you who are in a tour bus, you will go through there, like if you're going with your school. Okay, and here's some of the other trails. I didn't record a lot of the footage from them, just the main trail and what you would see on the main trail this time, and for the sake of time for my video. But the trails are marked in different colors so you don't lose your way. And I found that very, very helpful because some of those trails in there are extensive, very extensive. And here's the gator. The bigger gator that you can see on your way out, or if you're doing the little circle around with the other animals. So here you are going to see, I don't know what they're doing there, but you're going to see an owl here. And I love this park. I hope you do too. Thanks for watching.